Hello, this is Jared playing Oxygen Not Included. I'm going to start off today just doing a little bit of experiment to see what happens here. I'm predicting this is actually not going to work out because what Cedric had pointed out, which I did not realize, is the mass of Pacu eggs is much heavier than I thought. 4,000 grams. Maybe it'd be possible 400, but 4,000. What this means is I'm getting eggs my goal here is to freeze this spot. I've got a thermoregulator, but it's fighting against constant warm eggs. Heavy warm eggs being dropped here again and again and again. And let's just watch this go. We're at 24 degrees, 23. Eggs are being dropped in, heavy eggs. And it is just, you can see the temperature is going up in this case. And then because the volume of eggs and the weight of eggs... Anyway, what that means is this whole setup I have, I don't like. Though I think I have a much more simple idea. I'm a little bit concerned about this particular setup with critters roaming around, but if I bring all of them to a single tile and let them just die naturally, maybe that would be much nicer. So before I start building in the new system, we've got to tear this down. And I've got to be very careful because I've got lots of fish, or pacus, both here and here. I don't want them to spill here, such that these guys become overcrowded. And B, I don't want them to spill over here, such that these guys are able to eat it instead of eating from the fish feeder. Let's just check, because that fish feeder looks like it's empty. Maybe we'll do a quick attack or two. So I think if I just kind of close the tiles off, let's take there out as well. Approach this from this direction. And then squeeze them all together. I'm thinking this is going to be the one tile where all the Pacu eggs will exist. Let's move a few eggs that are right there over. There we go. Okay, let's put in a tile right there. So I'll start moving everything over. This is where we want everything to be. Just going to convert that. I don't think we need insulation tiles. And this is also where we're going to be dropping things off. So we need that, right? Right there. Slowly get these guys. Oh, I don't... Oh. Okay, Wolf fun. Well, where to go from here? I think I'm going to do a massive attack. I will want lots of these guys to start cooking if I'm going to do that. So we'll have some gas piping going down there. Won't worry about automated or any lights just yet. Yeah, power's an issue. I guess that is a nice thing about getting rid of the thermoregulator. Power wasn't such an issue. I'd be taking this Jabo egg over here. But yeah, let's take this out. Just make it easy for these for the dupes to be able to reach. Maybe take... Oh, do we have a bunch of... Yeah, same thing. We're just going to do big, massive attack here, essentially. Any new eggs will be dropped off here. And yeah, let's just go. Create a bunch of Pacu fillet. Some of it should be run here, so these guys can consume that. Might even up that to 5. The rest of the Pacu fillet, after going in here, we should start to see these all being filled up. And I'm thinking the carnivore achievement's going to be pretty easy. But I do want to think about more long-term setup for this. Other thing, maybe what I'll do is... I'll put storage of eggs temporarily right up there. So let's do sweep only. Critter eggs, high priority. So we should get all kinds of eggs up here. Oh! Well, I was gonna say, isn't this one way I could automatically kill? No, that would that actually make not meat. Let's take you out. Start pushing pushing this up. Now we don't want the Pacu fillet to go bad, obviously. So I've been storing some of the output food way down here. I'm wondering if I should also put the Pacu fillet. Any of this stuff that can't be cooked. Let's take this. I feel like we've got more room for Pacu fillet at the moment anyway. Sweet corn. Don't give me sweet corn right now. Smoked fish, Pacu fillet, forever. Okay, so we've got lots of those guys. We've got a bunch of eggs here. Let's just relocate these. For some reason they are straight. Okay, that's good. That's good. Fill a tile in right there. Let's fill this tile in right there. Let's get these eggs out. Alright, so what we've done, we've changed the setup such that eggs are now being dropped off at this location. Okay, so that's step one. So the next part, I'm realizing I'm having a problem because I was going to put a fish trap here to take the fish and dump them in here, but the conveyor chute is in the way. But I guess the easy solution here, let's just put the conveyor chute at the top. The other question is this going to be enough liquid for the fish trap? If it's not, I guess we'll have to go find more. Let's just give this a quick test. Let's put in a jumbo egg. I don't think I have a method to, or maybe I can just cut power. Oh, speaking of which, there is no power. Okay, so yeah, looks like a small amount of liquid. This guy will still work. Let's disable that building. Put in automation. Which one? Wait. Dun, dun, dun. We've got green set trap. That's the output. So we want to input. And we want to tell this when it can run. So that's the bottom. And let's get someone to incubate this, please. All right, while I wait for that, let's do something else. Quick quick little task here. I see some brine is pooling, so we're going to push this water up so that brine can make its way up. Check on it. Okay, there we go. All right, so that's been incubated. Let's take the power off that so we're not wasting power. Let's destroy these, especially since there's a critter in there now. Okay, so that takes our water level up, which is good. So now that we raised the brine level, we're going to put in automation. Figure the dupes are wet anyways, so might as well get down there, start putting in this. This is going to ultimately be taking jumbo eggs up here for us. Maybe we'll put a chute there, but we'll have to figure out what exactly we're going to do with those guys. Do that later. Actually, hold on. Some of these guys seem like they're suffering due to heat. What temperature is that? Not particularly hot. I still have no idea what is going on here. Oh, I wish there was almost a way of zooming in closer. It seems to be a little difficult to see. Moderate wounds. Maybe this guy was just attacked. Health of... Okay, finally selected this guy here. So we're talking about a gulp fry. Oh. Oh, not the standard Pacu. Just curious, what would happen if we threw them in here? Oh, nickel ore. We're getting a little bit short nickel ore. Still have some more we can dig. The other thing is having to empty these a little bit more often than I'd like, so I'm going to add another one of those. That to the max. Kind of wish that was on the max by default. Anyway. Okay, so... Oh yeah, that's right. Let's get back to this. Okay, so that is going to be our automation. Let's get this to take any critter eggs and get it out of there. So I think the next change I'm going to do is make sure we get these jumbos to go over here. Just occurring... Wait, what's this? Oh, that was just a temporary thing. Just occurring to me now, I've got a process for repopulating my Pacus. Did we ever get that gulp in here? Oh yeah, we did. Okay, so you're down here. We'll see if you're going to be happy. I'm actually curious what we can do with you. But yeah, can there be some process? Oh, right. And the other thing I want to do was move this. My thinking, why not put this right here with an auto sweeper? So when these guys expire, convert to Pacu meat, auto sweeper will be able to put that into a fish feeder, but we still need to increase the liquid if that were to work out super nice, maybe. So I have need to know question. Can we get these jumbos? I'm assuming no, but if we can, it certainly would be a good thing. Auto sweeper going in here. I'm wondering also as well, can these guys eat from here? I think they can. If that's the case, then any of this Pacu fillet will automatically be able to be loaded in here. Oh, yeah. Okay, okay. Well, I didn't intend this guy to actually go in there, but that gives me an idea for automating around here. So maybe I'm going to change that slightly. Come back to that later. Let's just finish this little part of the logic. Take this, send that there. Out, undo this. Okay, nice that these guys are taking that out. That can now go away. And now whenever we get Pacu fillet here, it can be automatically loaded into this fish feeder. Fantastic. And now over to here. So I actually think maybe I should just left those mesh tiles there. But anyways, let's create a door right here. Put in a fish trap right there. And you have the lullaby effect, so we'll unplug this. It's just to save power. Okay, and we've got automation wire that's going to look over here to see how many of these guys I want to bring in. Haven't decided what the number is yet, but at least this gives me the ability to set something. I see this guy is now an adult, so let's make sure that he gets moved into the stable. Looking into food, we've got smoked fish, 33,000 calories of that. That is really good news. I also see a little bit of hydrogen in the line. Oh yeah, one of the things I was going to do, Cedric was suggesting this. Maybe, oh, not below. Yeah, let's have that at maybe 25. All right, just saving a little bit of power there. But what I'd like to do ultimately is find a source for hydrogen. So we're going to start to dig down and stop digging ever since, well, obviously since I ever got into refactoring this. But now that I think this is happy, the way that I want it to be, I'll aim to get down, find a source. Oh, let's take you. Put you in here. And actually, that makes me think that one of Daz suggested getting a fish house in here. I don't have the tech for that yet, but that's definitely something, especially if I'm going to rely on Pacus for food. I'll definitely be doing that soon. Okay, so that critter is on the way up. Only thing is, I don't quite, there was this little zone here, but I don't see any, there. That's a long way to go, bit to go. Maybe that's, there'll be one that's closer, but at least I know there's a Saturn critter trap on the map. So looking at this egg, thinking of converting this guy to meat. He's at 80%. Might as well plug this in for just a minute. As that's going on, making a way down here, extending a fire pole, opening up this area for a little bit of liquid to get out of the way. Okay, so you've got the lullaby effect, so let's cut your power. Oh, I also wonder if one of you guys is old enough that we could attack you. 20, definitely not you. 164, because I see a Lamette in there. So temporarily allowing dupes to go in here, just to attack that one critter. Let's take the tough meat. That's that. Okay, so we'll block this area off from the dupes. Do just a tiny bit of mopping up. I don't know if it makes any sense, but maybe we'll fill that in. Just that more liquid doesn't keep falling down. Of course, then we're just going to get brine ice. Well, you know what? No, never mind. We're just going to get more brine ice on the way here, aren't we? Anyway. Alright, so going down. Eventually we'll open this up and get brine out of the way. Oh, we might find some more seacomb seeds, which would be nice, but it's actually the... Oh, and I have another problem. If I want to go through this, it's really hot. But maybe I can get around it. We'll see. I need to keep exploring a bit. 73. So close to... Oh. Oh. Oh, we're out of water. Alright. I will have to figure out what to do. I don't want to necessarily consume all the water from you guys, because obviously we need that for food. Though we do... Oh yeah, we do have a good amount of water from this. I'll have to hook that up. So actually, I think at the end of the last episode, or close to it, didn't I actually connect that? Looks like I already did. So we'll just aim to get rid of this guy to avoid that confusion again. Mop up that last little bit of liquid in there as well. Okay, so that takes care of that. Keep digging down. Getting in the fire bowls. Down, 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 and down. See how far this goes. Cycle 74. We're going to be watching the carnivore achievement. Smokefish 57,000. Oh, hold on. I don't think I've ever set... Or did I? Maybe yeah, I did. Okay, so let's plug you back in for a minute. I'm going to convert you to meat. Where are you? You need to be plugged back in. Somebody. Awesome. Okay, let's take that back out. And over here, somebody. Awesome. Okay, so that is that. Oops. Disconnect this, and let's go see if we made any progress at the bottom of the base. Okay, getting there. Let's keep going down and down, and then we'll start going to side. In fact, actually, let's start going to the side over here. Oh, that's right. Don't we have magma channels on this? Actually, yeah, where were they? That was one of the properties of this asteroid, was it not? Yeah, magma channels, as well as metal pour. I was kind of expecting one. Didn't even think about it. There hasn't been any. Oh, except for maybe over here. Alright, well, that being the case, I don't think we want to go any further than this. Maybe just a tad more, but obviously we do not want to dig into this. So let's make right there to be the floor. And then we'll go... Oh, no, wait a minute. I kind of want some spot for the liquid to go underneath me. So how about we dig down to this, but actually explore left and right just a little bit higher up. Okay, I'm going to have to try to remember not to go in this biome. It looks from this perspective friendly until you realize, oh, steam, right, stay out of there. Alright, with that, I will make a plan to, I guess it's pretty simple. Oh. No, never mind. I thought that was the, cold biome. We'd find some Saturn critter traps. I'm gonna be watching because I don't want to accidentally dig into a very dangerous area inadvertently. A little bit of heat coming from over here, too. Okay. This is going to be a little bit of a challenge to explore more than I kind of thought it was going to be honest. So maybe from this point, we'll go like this. And then this. Now I'm expecting a bunch of brine here, so why don't we put in like this laddering here just to make sure that dupes minimize getting their feet wet. Do the same thing along this direction, a certain distance. Aha! Okay. I interpreted that as the wrong item. Okay, that is good news. Alright, now I need to do a little bit of planning now that I know this is here. So since I'm going to want to do a little bit of construction, figure let's put in some ladders just to minimize dupes getting their feet back in the future. Just taking care of all this brine. Might be a little bit more to it than simply mopping up as we continue to get more brine ice, maybe. Perhaps this section will be okay with mop. I don't see any more brine ice in this little section, right? And we'll get a path over. Want to add in some sort of insulation such that we don't lose the coolness from in here. And what I'm thinking of doing is digging this up. Maybe just do this instead. Putting in a little cross path here so that this guy can also get something. Granite or probably igneous rock is closer. So I was not planning, this is actually quite a nice thing. I was planning on having to plant one myself, but I mean, if I've got 3 that are accessible to a beta hive, I'll just do, oh, hold on. Just in case I do decide to get a seed later on though. Do that. Just one more, and we'll be able to get this third guy going. Now, the other thing I want to make sure I do, or no, enable. Already a little bit of hydrogen. That is so awesome. I would suspect this guy is probably going to walk into this trap. Boom! We get 3 of these guys producing some hydrogen for us. Nice. I think I'm going to end it here in terms of exploring. Next time, I will need to put in a hydrogen pump, do a little bit of insulation, and be able to take advantage of that so we've got more power. Just before I go, though, let's see. We can remove you. We can actually attack you. This time, I am going to add you for food. Let's plug these guys in. I see we've got a little bit of hydrogen in the line, so I can spend a bit of power on that, as well as over here. But I've got a problem. I don't know if it's... I just caught it at a very bad time. They're looking for food. I think I literally did. I was just... Everyone's looking. Oh, you guys can't access that, I bet. Oh, well, maybe, actually, instead of trying to lower this, everyone's... Okay, did not know that. Whoops. But, okay, let's do this now. Don't want to have to leave it in a state like this. I'm assuming this is... They can't reach? It's really strange. It looks like they should be able to. Maybe because that's 329. Okay, so that ups the water greatly. And boom. Okay, yeah, that was a problem. Oh, all right. Well, I'm glad we got that sorted. You've got that little by effect on you. Just still cautious of power, just because we haven't gotten to that hydrogen just yet. Let's disconnect that. Hold by. Hold by. All right, I'm just gonna look around to see if there's any final things, but that might be it for now. So nothing I see super urgent, but yeah, I think most of this time was just undoing some of the experimental thing that didn't work out, but I think I like this setup. The only disadvantage is we're going to have to wait a little bit longer to get the actual meat from this, though. If I ever find that this is low, where I really want to, if I'm at a jam at the end, if I'm not getting enough, I could just do a major or just a huge attack right here. Avoid that for now. See that we've got Paco filleted. Well, you know what? I'll just hack. Oh, relocate. No, no, no. Let's do an attack on at least one of these guys. Just to make sure we've got food for there for next time. All right. Well, I think that's going to be it, guys. Oh, just before I go, let's just, because the carnivore achievement's probably the next big thing, I think I'm going to get it next time. Hoping I'm not being too optimistic, but let's see. We've got barbecue meat. You don't see that very often here. Tender brisket. We've got smoked fish and 40,000 calories, 60,000 calories, veggie poppers. Not that that counts towards the carnivore achievement. But where are we on that? I have not been looking. Almost halfway. Almost halfway. But we got a good runway for to be able to get this between now and I guess cycle 101. All right, I think we're gonna get it. Thank you so much for your advice around this. I think that this makes it much nicer, a little bit of lower text. Some automation still needs to kind of be figured out there, but I think this is oh, another Javo egg, nice. The only thing is, these are probably not going to well, we get the incubator. All right, never mind. It is off to the carnivore achievement next time. I'm really, really hoping. See you guys there.